to Infinity and Bourbon.
We are celebrating the release of the Pixar film Lightyear.
With a ridiculously attractive Chris Evans as Buzz Lightyear cartoon. It might be the most attractive cartoon since like Prince Eric. And
I was going to say, if Disney
guys.
did not want us sinners to be, then they should not have made Buzz Lightyear so attractive to thee. But yeah. Like a troll under a bridge. I'm very excited for this. Like Jill said, the cartoon looks very attractive.
This is a much more innovative drink than we've made before. We're using some glitter, luster dust powders. We're using some foam. So you might not have all the components to make this right away.
Yeah.
We are using some Pop Rocks, which I just bought at Michael's, and we are using luster dust. These are really cool. You can get just a plain white, and then it could sparkle any drink. So if you don't want it to be like so single purpose to be for Buzz Lightyear, you could just get Super Pearl, and that will glitter all drinks.
Yeah. But what the fun thing that we learned while we were making this drink is if you get different colors of these and experiment, you can have a fun little magic trick.
Yeah, so we're going to add in some hibiscus ginger beer, and it sort of does like a magic color trick.
It reminds me of, did you ever go to Abracadabra at the boardwalk?
Yeah,
and get
where they use the butterfly pea.
Yeah, that's how they did the color changing margarita, which is, I don't know, it's fun when you learn something like that for a drink, because that's a good one to have at a party or something like that.
It's a good trick to have up your sleeve or in your spacesuit.
Also, this could be one that you could remove, I'm sure you can take some elements out and make a non-alcoholic version for the kids too. But we don't have kids, so I don't have to worry about that.
Absolutely. So. You could just remove the bourbon and add in some like apple juice or something of that same shade, and it would have a similar effect, because apple juice would go with hibiscus and ginger and lime.
Like Jill said, these are ingredients that you're probably not going to have just lying around the house, but if you are a Patreon supporter, I am going to try and get better about putting the ingredients for the drinks out ahead of time. I know that I have said, I'm saying it right now, and being confident that future me put the list of this out on Patreon, because I was so excited about the color changing drink, so that you'd be able to be ready to make it with us.
A lot of this stuff is things we've already suggested that you have around, which is some Monin syrup and some regular simple syrup. Everyone should have this. And then this is new. Coffee Mate makes a Rice Krispie Treat flavor coffee creamer now, which is non-dairy. We were really adamant that we not put dairy with all the citrus juice, because you don't want it to curdle. So you wouldn't want to use like cream or milk with this, because non-dairy.
I think it adds a lot of depth to the drink. So when we get there, that'll be a fun little thing.
A sweetness, a depth, but definitely don't try to sub real dairy in this drink. PSA, you'll end up with like a cement mixer situation.
Be like, and then we just put in some Pop Rocks for fun, for a pop of color and something to make it, because this movie, I don't know if you've seen the previews, that Buzz is stranded on an alien planet, and so we thought we'd wanted something that looked a little fun and galactic and alien.
Funky and weird and kind of out there, but it has a lot of common flavors. Like hibiscus lime is a pretty run-of-the-mill flavor. In a flavor pattern, it's not like, oh God, we're not putting sea urchin in.
No, but I think we're doing something fun with it, so let's just do it. Let's make it.
Let's make it. Okay, of course, 2 ounces of bourbon. We're for a lot of these high-concept drinks, we're just going back to the 100 proof Bourbon Bond, because it's cheap and easy and readily available.
And then we're pulling back to one of the Monin syrups that we recommended having on the bar,
the hibiscus. So we're going to do a half ounce of the hibiscus and then a half ounce of the plain simple syrup.
Yeah, the hibiscus will give it this nice like reddish color, purple reddish. When we put the dust in, obviously. The dust.
And then a half ounce, which is just 1 pump if you have these fancy pumps like Steve does. And then for the lime, it's like a 1/4 ounce, just about a tablespoon squeeze, because you don't want it to be too tart. You just want to give it some brightness.
A little acidity.
Little acidity and brightness. And then we're going to do, we're using Orchid and
so it's like a purple luster dust.
Tropical Blue. So these are both, these are made by, I get them at cake stores.
Diane mailed me mine in the mail. Thank you, Diane.
Yeah, you can get them online, or if you have a cake supply store near you, they're like $3.
Yeah, I was going to say you can just Google these at this point, but it's a fun thing to have in the bar, I think, because like.
Well, I think a lot of the online ones that are specifically for drinks are much more expensive. Like something like this will be like $20. But if you have a cake supply store, which all major towns do, we have like 6 in Orlando. Just go and ask for luster dust, and even some Michaels have some.
Yeah, I was going to say I think I've seen it there before too.
And so from a cake supply, they're like $3-4. From Michaels and Joann's, they'd be like $6. But online, it's like drink glitter, and it's jacked up. So just like, I mean, a whisper. A little.
What's that luster dust?
A little whisper of luster dust.
Oh, wait. What's my favorite Buzz Lightyear whisper where he goes, I'm just sucking down Darjeeling with Mary Antoinette and her little sister. I will never not laugh at
Mrs. Nesbitt.
Mrs. Nesbitt
is the best. Okay.
Yeah.
So, like I said, just a little like tap, tap, not even a spoonful. Definitely not. This whole
Good
thing's
Lord, not a spoonful. Yeah, like
a whisper, a dash.
A careless
Like
whisper.
you'd use pepper or salt on a dish. You don't want to put a whole container in there. All right. So we've got the 2 ounces of bourbon, ½ ounce of hibiscus, ½ ounce regular simple syrup, a tablespoon of fresh squeezed lime, and the 2 colors of luster dust.
This stuff's coming part 2.
That's the second
Part 2 and 3.
You don't want to do that first because it will deflate in the time it takes you to make the drink. All right. And then
we
shake. How do you shake in space?
Wait, the shake.
And then we are using a vintage style Nick and Nora glass because it's cool and it's retro space type of mid-century modern business going on. And also,
classy.
It gives you a nice visual on the glitter.
This is a fun drink to look at. It's coming out this like deep purpley blue, which is really nice.
Yeah, and if you look at it, you can see the swirl of it.
The swirl of it all.
So we have our swirly blue-purple cosmic drink here, and we're going to make a cold foam for the top. We're going to take about a 1/4 cup of the Rice Krispie Treat Coffee Mate.
Into your creamer here.
This is just a frother. This came with our Ninja. We use it for coffee or Steve uses it for coffee toppings. I just use it for drink experimentation. And then you have to put some syrup because on its own it won't emulsify. You need the sugars.
It's like how when you do a whipped cream in your KitchenAid sort of a thing. You got to add that sugar that gives it that's when it starts to stiffen up.
So about a 1/4 cup of any flavor. You could use plain sweet cream if you can't find the Rice Krispie Treats. That would have a similar taste to it. 1/4 cup of some non-dairy creamer and a ½ ounce of plain simple syrup. And then we froth vigorously.
Vigorously, like a woman churning butter on the wing of an airplane. For dear life.
For dear life. So then we're going to take our drinks and we're going to top them. This is the other cool part, is that you get sort of this mystical,
you didn't do it on this one yet, that's why.
Different color purple.
I love it. It adds this like swirly effect to it, which is really fun.
Yes, and then we're going to do the foam.
You're going to coat the top of the drink with the foam on it here. Oh. Which also starts adding this other really cool effect to it.
It looks kind of like clouds, yeah.
Yeah. Then we're going to take our Pop Rocks.
Sprinkle some Pop Rocks on there.
And you're just going to go right over the top here.
Yeah, you got to tap, tap.
Tappa.
Oh, look at that.
It
You got the whole Buzz Lightyear costume.
The color
right
spectrum
there.
is right here.
The purple, the green. Listen to that fizz.
You know what I love that it's making that snap, crackle, and pop, because that's literally, we used marshmallow in this, so it's like a...
Yeah, because we used the Rice Krispie Treats. So there is snap, crackle, pop.
Yeah.
The whole gang's here.
The whole gang is here.
I think that this is the type of themed drink I expect if I were to go and spend $30 for a drink at Disney World.
I'm shocked Galaxy's Edge doesn't have a drink like this, like looking like the universe.
Yeah, well, you said that the Space Cruiser has some weird foamy...
Yeah, they do use... There's definitely luster dust in one of them.
It's so surprisingly balanced. I think with all the ingredients, with the sweetness of the foam and the tartness of that little bit of lime juice, you expect it to kind of be more aggressive.
Yeah.
But it all like balances out.
The marshmallow with that hibiscus really does kind of work. It turns it into like a little bit more of a fruity foam. But then I also love the Pop Rocks on top because it adds that fun little thing in your mouth that it's like, it's just for effect more than anything, but
you do get that other little bit of tart apple. You know what I mean? The little bit of fruit. Can you do that in the microphone? Like, that's a keeper. That's a good one.
I think keeping one of these around, getting an extra one of these for froth on the top is a really good idea.
For everything. Put it on your coffee too. Man, that'd be delicious.
Yeah. I don't know what I expected. I wanted something kind of out of this world when I was like, we should do a Lightyear drink, and I feel like we really outdid ourselves here.
It's smooth, it's creamy, but not in a like buttery sort of way. It's just like, some like, it's like whipped cream on a cherry pie. You get that like...
It's not even heavy either, which is great. It's nice. It's like light. It's like, I don't know. It's very dangerous. It's drinkable.
Definitely dangerous. I mean, look, in the last minute and a half, we already almost drank this whole thing.
Yeah.
But hey, that's a testament to the drink and how it tastes.
Yeah. So honestly, I would say these ingredients are kind of readily accessible. Give it a try. Really, let us know what you think of the drink and what you thought of Lightyear if you've seen it by now yet.
And then we can discuss about attractive Buzz, because that's going to be a topic I'm not going to let go anytime soon.
Oh, no. No, we are not. If you like the video, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and if you want to keep us in our drinking habits and help us upgrade some equipment around these here pots, you can visit us at patreon.com/the Bourbon Study, where we do some exclusive tastings and fun like experimental videos on there. Not like experimental cinema, but more like, what are we going to make the drink out of today?
Yeah, the test and adjust period of the drink recipes, which I think is a cool part that people don't
I love Pop Rocks.
typically see. This is the other benefit of the foam being non-dairy, is that it protects the Pop Rocks from popping right
they're
away.
still in there as you go, which is like a nice fun effect. Well, I'm going to finish the last sip of my drink. Thanks for joining us, everybody.
Cheers!